This is not a test. Don't expect to be impressed. Put on your life vest. Sit down your armrest. It's time to stray from the grind. Don't take my hand, 'cause you'll find no peace of mind. Side quest.
Hi there, and welcome to Side Quest. It's the in-between adventures episodes where we generally don't play a game. Sometimes we might have a guest, sometimes we might just chat bullshit, which is what we're going to do today. But it's seasonal bullshit, because by now, by the time you'll listen to this, we have entered December, and therefore nothing is off limits tinsel-wise. We are all about the holiday season.
Reindeer shit.
Yeah. Playing those reindeer games. Got myself, Steve Weverall, and my helper elves, MK Gibby.
What up?
Or MK Gibson, I should say, Gibby, and Robert Bevan.
Hello, friends.
I really should have just taken just a moment of time to think of some Christmas-themed names for you there.
You really should. Take a moment.
Yeah.
We can edit it out. Think of it. Like,
No, I'm going to leave the silence in. I
You
think
call me
that's
Bobbles.
Bobbles. I don't know if I want to call you that.
Bobbly Bevan?
No, let's move on from that. I don't want to play this game anymore.
Whatever you say, Tinsel Dick.
Tinsel Dick. Oh, that brings back fun Christmas memories from my childhood. Okay.
There we go.
Speaking
Don't they
of
say
fun,
don't swear for like the first 90 seconds when you're on a podcast or YouTube? So yeah, we pooched that. So
yeah, I think we fucked that in the first 10 seconds, to be honest.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It's been more than 8 seconds.
We don't play your games, YouTube, which is why we have very little listeners on YouTube. Yeah, just really think about that. No, not now. Because it's Christmas, goddammit, and I shan't be thinking for the next
it's the
30
holiday
days at
season.
least. Yeah. No more thinking until the new year. Oh, you say it's the holiday season. It's fucking Christmas. I don't give a shit about the other holidays. If somebody's here who wants to represent the other holidays, turn up now.
I don't give a shit about Christmas either. I just like the holiday season.
I don't know if I do like the holiday season.
being-
I think I like the Christmas season.
Since I stopped getting action figures, I pretty much stopped caring about Christmas. So,
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be listening to... I mean, correct me if you like, but I don't think I'm going to be listening to any Hanukkah songs. Don't think I'm going to be watching any Hanukkah movies. This is no offense to our Jewish
Adam
listeners.
Sandler, sir, 8 Crazy Nights and all 3 Hanukkah versions.
Oh. Yeah, I'm going to put that on the list of Adam Sandler movies I won't be watching, but I'm sure it's...
Ouch.
I mean, that guy's hit and miss at the best of
The
times.
Hanukkah song, though, is
Yeah,
good.
he did like 3 versions of the Hanukkah song. It's a classic.
All right. Well, maybe this will be the Christmas where I finally open my heart to less cool holidays. But probably not. Bah humbug, motherfuckers.
This is Anti-Semitic Steve coming at you live from Authors and
Yeah.
Dragons.
It is not
It's a bold
anti-Semitic to
start.
say all other holidays in December
To
are
say
inferior to
Jews
Christmas.
suck.
That is not specifically about the Jews.
It's the one you brought up
You
specifically.
can keep your Adam Sandler.
Yeah, it's the
movie.
one. I mean, you didn't tackle Kwanzaa. You went right after this. Very, very, very topical, man. Way to like deal with everything going on in the
Steve's cool with the blacks.
No, I'm not. I'm going to ruin that as well. If I can't think of a single good Hanukkah song or Hanukkah movie, what fucking hope for Kwanzaa? Go on, name
there's,
one.
like I said, they're the Hanukkah songs by Adam Sandler, the Hebrew Hammer, where he's got to
That's
save.
about Kwanzaa?
Well, you never saw the Hebrew Hammer? Like it's a
No.
great movie.
The Hebrew Hammer? It sounds like a wrestler from
Dude,
the
Google
late
that
80s.
shit. Adam Goldberg and what's her name? Green, the girl she was in Archer. She's in she's everything these days. You see her, you go, oh, that girl. And they have to save Hanukkah, despite his mom saying it's not even one of the high holidays, and he gets helped out by the Mario Van Peebles, who represents Kwanzaa. Oh no, it's a movie. It is so worth watching.
It sounds like a fever dream.
This is This is a holiday themed at the movies for you guys if you've never seen the Hebrew Hammer.
It sounds like all the other inferior December holidays joined forces to try and fight Christmas and failed. Nice try, Adam Sandler. Nice try. Maybe next year.
This one was Adam Goldberg, sir. So
All right, whatever. All right, okay. Well, originally we were going to do best and worst of Christmas, but since we're all so fucking educated about other December holidays, let's do best and worst of Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or fucking whatever it is.
I'm pulling up the Hebrew Hammer right now. I know what you're talking about.
New Year's Eve. Actually, I could
Mario
do
Van
New Year's Eve.
Peebles as Muhammad Ali Paula Abdul Rahim for Kwanzaa. Yes.
Gibby, not only does it sound problematic when you say it,
You made me sit through Gleaming the Cube, you motherfucker. You're watching the Hebrew Hammer, and like the Grinch, your heart is going to like grow 2 sizes. You'll have an embolism. Something bad's going to happen because that's not good. You can't grow 2 sizes too big, and then you're going to die. You're going to die happy.
You know, physically that wouldn't work out. A Grinch should definitely be dead. But, you know, if I get visited by the ghosts of other December holidays this year, you know, I'll accept that. That's
Someone
fine.
called me a Scrooge the other day because I tend to be a generally surly goblin person online, and I was like, "Thank you," because Scrooge lived his best life. Said, "I'm sorry" once and got into heaven. It's like Darth Vader. It's like he got to like just be a dick and rich and do whatever he wanted to. Just one night of like dealing with other people's shit and like, I'm sorry, like, okay, you can come into heaven now. Man, that's the best.
I mean, they did say is like they said that he kept Christmas very well for the rest of his days. So, okay, so he was nice one day a year for the rest of his life. The other days of the year, he was incredibly rich and indifferent to the suffering of others.
I'm not sure if that was true. My wife called me a Scrooge this morning because she said, "Oh, the elementary school kids are going to be singing at the park." And I said, well, "My kids are out of elementary school now, so I don't give a shit."
Right. And like, no offense, unless you have a prodigy child, like you go to, you got to go listen to all those kids sing. It's like, it's miserable. It drains your soul. It's like, you get to see for your kid and you clap and that's nice. And like, but a bunch of tone deaf, pitchy people, like that's, you don't want that.
No, that's other
They're like 9
parents' problem. I'm with Bevan on this one. Sorry, Bevan's wife.
I am not down with OPPP.
Yeah. I was hoping you'd land that. Well done. Excellent. I feel the rapport is going. Okay, now I've insulted every other religion. Christmas, best and the worst. We're going to go through
the best one.
The Christmas.
White
well, it is
Christmas
the best one.
in particular.
I didn't say that, but there's still time to. Okay, we're going to talk about the best and worst Christmas movies, songs, foods, miscellaneous, extraneous Christmas
You've
stuff.
got Kwanzaa, Christmas, Hanukkah, St. Nicholas Day, St. Lucia, Yule, Boxing Day, New Year, Bodhi Day, National Pastry. I'm looking at like just all the things that happen.
Most of those are Christmas.
Yeah, most of those are Christmas.
I like
Boxing
Yule
Day's
because
Christmas.
it's the pagan one, so I like Krampus. So, but yeah,
it's fine. I mean, they're all rolled into the same sort of aesthetic commercial blob. If you want to change the name of this holiday to Yuletime Blob, I'm down with that. That's fine. But it's still the best holiday. Sorry.
The Yule Blob is just like that. That's a tradition. Take everything out of the fridge that you have left over and roll it into one big mash, and everybody's got to eat it. Like, you don't know what it's going to be.
That's pretty much what Boxing Day is for in England.
See, I didn't know what Boxing Day was. Me and my wife went on our honeymoon to Belize. That was our Christmas. We flew out on New Year's Eve. Got there to Belize on Christmas Eve, spent Christmas there. And then the next day we were going on a tour, but because it's for British Honduras, they were celebrating Boxing Day. So when our bus to like whatever rainforest thing we were going to do broke down, we're like, we didn't know what Boxing Day, like, so we eventually got someone to come out and fix it, but it took forever. Like, what the fuck is Boxing Day? You weird people, like, explain this.
I'll tell you what it is, Gibby. It's a terrible day to be called out to fix someone else's bus. That's what it is, you selfish prick. Boxing Day, I don't know what Boxing Day is. Really. It's kind of...
It's fighting.
It's Christmas too. I don't know why it's called Boxing Day. Basically, it's kind of...
packed up all your old shit.
Yeah, but I didn't do that. If anything,
we don't want any of these shitty gifts. We're putting them back in the box and bringing them back to Walmart.
If anyone is coming up to you on Boxing Day and saying, "Oh, Christmas was nice, now let's tidy everything away," in England it'd be like, "Fuck you, mum, it's Christmas too." This is the slightly better Christmas where you leave me alone to play the video games I got on Christmas and couldn't play because Grandma was here. But now there are lesser relatives and we don't care about them as much. They can watch me play video games. Christmas 2, baby. Still better than all the other holidays in December. Except for Christmas 1. Maybe. We'll see. Anyway, yeah, that's part of the Yule Blob.
Okay.
Okay, so Yule Blob Classics. That's probably what I'm going to call this episode. Yule
Die
Blob
Hard.
Classics,
We're done.
best and the worst. We're going to start.
Make sure
with
it's completely unsearchable.
completely unsearchable. Just really fuck that algorithm.
No one ever searches for Yule Blob, but we'll be the first. Number 1 hit.
We might start a tradition. We don't know. There have been weirder ways to start traditions. Well, Christmas for a start. Okay, so we're going to start with the positives. Gibby, you can go first. What's your favorite Yule Blob movie?
Oh, Die Hard.
I'm not going to derail this into is Die Hard a Christmas movie? It's a Christmas movie. Just get over it. Stop pretending that discussion's interesting. But why Die Hard? Why is it your favorite?
Because it mixes, like, because I don't have a soul and I don't care about the magic of Christmas and the spirit and the holiday. I mean, I know what it meant to my family and when we were poor and when putting things together and fellowship and community and all that happy-go-lucky shit. But I don't want to see it reflected back on a Hallmark television thing. That does not connect with me. Die Hard does. Runner Up was the movie that came out 2 years. Was it last Christmas? It was that Violent Night where Santa Claus beats up everybody in a Die Hard-like setting. Fantastic movie. Took my son to see that. Nice. We had a blast.
Excellent. Yeah. Ooh, Die Hard versus Violent Night then. I don't know. Die Hard is just a classic movie. It does have a Christmas feel to it. This argument should have ended several years ago. And you're right. I think Hans Gruber really embodies the spirit of Christmas.
He does.
Yeah.
He's trying to take more than he needs, and he gets punished for it by gravity and the will of John McClane.
I don't know how the analogy really works. Is John McClane the Grinch in this scenario, or is Hans Gruber?
No, I think Hans Gruber's the Grinch because he's trying to take everything for himself. Because the Grinch did steal from all the Whovians. So,
yeah, but he gave it back, wheras, nobody threw him off a building.
No, because he had a change of heart because they didn't need it. John McClane didn't wait around for that shit. He just said, yippee-ki-yay, and gravity, get off my building. And
magic.
And then he decorated the sidewalk in red.
Yeah, 100%. Festive red. He became his own Yule Blob.
He loved it so much, he did it again like a year later on the exact same date when other terrorists attacked an airport, also on Christmas. It keeps on giving.
He really is about the spirit of giving, providing what he's giving is led to Europeans.
He likes to give bullets at a very fast pace. What about you, Steve? What's your go-to?
Oh, you know what? We've talked about this before, I believe, with Drew. And I've talked about my traditional viewing habits. Usually Home Alone, Scrooged, then Bad Santa on Christmas Eve. I'm going to recommend one that most people won't have heard of. And it's a little low-budget British comedy called Click and Collect, starring Stephen Merchant, who's the tall, gangly guy who hangs out at Ricky.
Yeah, I know
Gervais.
Stephen Merchant, yeah.
And it's just a heartwarming tale about a man and his unbelievably annoying neighbor who fails to buy a present on time. It's a common Christmas trope. But he finds out he can click and collect. I don't know what you Americans call it. Probably click and collect. And
Amazon?
retrieve. Yeah, maybe. It was when you pick the toy up from a store.
Oh, no.
But the store is kind of on the other side of the country. I know in America that's a big deal. But it's still like a couple of hours here. So what ensues is a kind of planes, trains, and automobile style road trip to try and save the spirit of Christmas. And two unlikely companions become friends.
Okay. I've got it pulled up. I'll put that in my queue.
Well, nobody gets shot in it, but it is funny.
Oh, no, I don't always need, murder and guts. It helps. But
yeah, you need a bit of it, right?
Yeah. But, I like off the wall, like holiday movie kind of things,
That's why I quite like Scrooge, because it is a retelling of the Dickens classic. It does have gun violence. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of that is a favorite of mine. I have not watched in years, and I think I need to break that one out for my son. So.
It's part of the regular rotation.
Oh yeah, we watch it every year.
It's a good one. I always well up a little bit in his speech at the end, where I'm still not sure if Bill Murray is just making it up as he goes along or if it's genuinely scripted, but it's a wonderful moment.
Again, act like an asshole all your life and you get away with it and you're good. I mean,
yeah, but he had a genuine psychotic break, so I'm giving him that one.
He also got hit by a toaster. So.
Yeah, the shit beat out of him a bit, which I think is a better way to do it.
Yeah.
Somebody breaking into Elon Musk's house, just smack him with a fucking toaster. This is what Christmas is all about. Speaking of what Christmas is all about, Ben, what's your favourite Yule Blob movie?
You already mentioned it, Bad Santa.
Bad Santa is great, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is.
Not only is that just a solid, great comedy with a fantastic cast, it does manage to pull out at the end just a little bit of holiday spirit, just at the end.
It does.
It's got maybe like 2 lines where you think, and then like something awful happens.
That's another one I haven't watched in a while, but it always had a dear place in my heart because I used to watch it a lot. Then I've taken a break, so I need to go back to that one because I'm sure it'd be like revisiting old friends because I haven't seen it for years. I remember highlights and moments, and obviously certain quotes. I'm like, I need to watch that again. So yeah, thank you.
Stands up.
Yeah, the whole it's great from start to finish. It's really dense. I'm never bored or wanting to skip ahead or anything. It's solid.
Billy Bob Thornton is a joy to watch.
So is that weird kid.
Yeah, that big moon-faced kid. He's great. I tried watching Bad Santa 2. I wish I hadn't. It was inadvisable from the start. But
all right, well, you know what? Spoiler alert. You're going to ask my worst. It's Bad Santa 2.
Okay, and is that specifically because it doesn't live up to Bad Santa 1, or...?
It was just painful to watch. I didn't enjoy it at all. And then on top of that, yes, I compare it to the first. And I don't know how you can take such a turn in the wrong direction. I mean, was it different writers, different directors? I don't know. I mean, look, they clearly knew what they were doing in the first one. And
it might have been all the right talent who were just there for a fucking paycheck. I mean, that's feasible too.
But I mean, and adding Kathy Bates, she's generally regarded as a good actress. But I'm sure, acting wise, I'm sure she did a fine job. But it did not make me jolly.
No, it made me the opposite of jolly.
What's another one I saw recently? Not a Christmas movie, but something that disappointed me and very much. Zombieland 2. Same story. That was fucking horrible.
Yeah, that one was not good.
Also not a Christmas movie. But I see where you're going. I know,
but I mean, yeah. It gave me similar feelings.
A bad sequel to a great movie just hits a little bit harder, doesn't it? It's not. It's got an extra edge of just not living up to the magic. Speaking of not living up to the magic, Gibby, what's your worst Yule Blob movie?
See, I'm trying to think because I block a lot of them out because it's like you just see a bad movie and you just don't come back to it. I'm trying to think. I give me some examples because I'm drawing a blank here on bad Christmas movies because I just don't think about them. So like. I don't think
these guys never ever let me watch Kirk Cameron Saves Christmas for an ATM. So we don't have that one to reference. Yeah, exactly.
I never saw Christmas with the Cranks. I never saw any I never saw Jingle All the Way. I've never seen what's like any of the Santa Claus. I think I saw the first Santa Claus movie. Fine, I guess.
Wait a minute. Are we talking about the one with Dudley Moore in it?
Yeah, no, that one I like. That's a classic. But I mean, like the what's it called? I mean, it's a classic because I was a child and I watched it a bunch of times. I know.
I was going to pick that as my worst one.
You go back on it. John Lithgow's a great villain.
Yeah, I mean, it's got a great cast. It's got what must have been probably pretty fantastical production values for the time. I think I just came to it a little later.
I think I saw that one I think I was like 8 or 9 years old when that was on HBO constantly when I was a kid, maybe 10. So I was like,
which one is this? I don't remember.
Santa Claus the movie.
Yeah, Santa Claus the movie. No. Dudley Moore plays an elf who leaves you learn about Santa. Him and his wife are gonna die in the snow. They were saved by magic elves. They become Santa, and then Dudley Moore is one of his elves and like breaks off on his own to like he goes to the big city and works for an evil corporate guy to make Christmas 2. So
Christmas
Boxing Day,
2.
basically. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's say you tell Americans don't have Boxing Day.
He gives everybody a magic lollipop where they can fly, and it was purple.
There was a lot of bullshit going. It seemed to me that they started off with a Santa Claus origin story.
Yeah.
Very Marvel. I appreciate it. You know,
Yeah.
it's the Batman parents get shot of Santa Claus. The effects were great. I think it is when Dudley Moore went to New York and it all kind of, it seemed to me like after
it does
that,
fall apart there.
They didn't really have a script. They just sort of were relying on the charisma of Dudley Moore, who didn't look very happy to be in this movie now that I think about it. Probably because he was dressed like a very stereotypical elf.
There's a weird, what was that one? There's is it Finnish movie that my friend made me watch? It's like they capture this Yule thing in the ice and it's like and all the elves are coming to kill. Oh, fuck, it's some weird dark movie. Like it's one of those dark horror, like Christmas movies. I like those.
Yeah, Krampus was good. The 2016 Krampus.
No, I like that Krampus. You know,
That's
I wish it could have been
enjoyable.
like that. Actually, kind of let me down. No, was it Krampus or which is the one that was told like in 3 different like mini stories? Like it was like an anthology style.
Oh, see, this is a problem. There are about 15 movies called Krampus. The 2016 Krampus movie was very good. Had Tony Collette.
Is that the one they're all in the snow globe and he's all killing them off one by a time? That one was pretty good.
Yeah. I think I know which one you're talking about with the
because the cover looks cool because like Krampus is like standing there fighting a Santa Claus and he's got like a chained hook and all that stuff.
Yeah.
The box cover art looked really good, but I was very disappointed by the actual content. So go with that one. I don't know.
Okay, that's fine. I unreasonably don't like a benchmark classic in Christmas storytelling because Dudley Moore didn't look infused. I guess that just rubbed off on me. But Bevan, I think your pick's probably the more sensible ones. Yeah, Bad Santa 2. It didn't need to exist.
That's usually the case.
Yeah. Okay, we've done movies, the good and the bad of the Yule Blob. Now, I don't know if this is as much a tradition in America as it is in Britain. How do we feel about Yule Blob songs?
This might surprise you. I like most of them.
I like most of them.
I'm a big Christmas song kind of guy. I put it on Alexa, just play some Christmas music, and there's not many I tell it to skip.
Yeah, I'm pretty much in the same boat with you there. Even though, obviously, there's been some very cynical attempts at Christmas number ones here. The Christmas number one song in England is a big fucking deal. Every year we go, what's going to be the Christmas number one that we'll play for an entire month solid, and then
they built that entire movie. What was it? That one Bill Nye movie, the Love Actually.
Love Actually.
Oh, yeah, Love Actually. Oh, Christmas movie. Yeah, I like that one.
That's
we watched that a little while ago. I remember I didn't realize how not kid friendly that movie is. We tried to watch it a few years back when my kids were
with a porno stand
significantly younger. Yeah, I completely forgot about the porno subplot.
You always do this when you show your kid a movie. What is this weird blind spot you have?
What other movie?
You've mentioned this on a podcast before. Don't make one of our listeners go back and it might have been this movie. That's fine. Maybe it's the same movie. I did that with American
Werewolf.
It's one of
those like I forgot about that too. I'm like, oh yeah, there's Bilbo Baggins just like pretending to like get below to get the right lighting.
Bilbo get his bagging. Nice.
Exactly. Bilbo T. Baggins right there.
He's the lord of that ring. Yeah. I hope you said all that to your kids. But let's not get sidetracked by Bilbo porn. It's easy to do. So of all the plethora of Christmas songs you enjoy, what is the standout number one for you, Bevan?
Ooh, gotta choose. I guess I'm going to pick Sleigh Ride by the Ronettes. That one always lifts my spirits.
Oh. I don't think I'm familiar. I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, you are.
Probably. Is it the really chirpy one?
I mean, it's a really chirpy one. Yeah.
Well, they're all quite chirpy, aren't they? Except for one of my picks. We'll get onto that later. I think I know what. I guess it's one of those songs you hear so often in the background of Christmas movies, you never think to put a name to it. Okay, good pick. If it's the one I'm thinking of, great pick. If not, it doesn't matter. I can edit around that. Gibby, what's your favorite Yule Blob song?
All right, so it's weird. It's one of those like when I was a kid, my mom would put on the records because this time of year has been her favorite. I mean, she's still alive, so it is still her favorites, but like she breaks out all the records and starts going crazy. I mean, she starts shopping for Christmas like January 2nd. For the next year, because she always finds deals and squirrels things away back in her sewing room, and she always had just something for everybody. But she would break out like the old Gene Autry records, like on like the big LP like records, like on the record player, and she played tons of Christmas, like the Rudolph by Gene Autry from back like what 19. God, I can't even pretend to know, a long time ago. It always has a special place in my heart because it was a happy time. It was warm. I was young. My mom was happy. Stepdad wasn't around and yelling at people. So it was a safe time. So yeah, that's my special moment. But that being said, of course, Grandma got ran over by a reindeer. It changed my life when I was like 13. So
you mean the song? I thought it's your actual grandma. Yeah. I mean, that would be like a life changing.
But that song came around and like it actually was on the radio. People were laughing. I'm like, this. You can get away with this because it was Christmas music was always kind of like church music. Everyone's like with such a reverence and solemnity that everybody must be beholden to this. And this song comes along about killing grandma at Christmas, like, and everybody's like, yes,
finally, someone came for grandma, that smug bitch.
Right. Yeah, like thanks for the sweater, you'll buddy. Look at this. Like, oh, thanks for the $2 wrapped into a bow tie. Like, oh.
Yeah. I hope you do get run over by a reindeer.
Thanks for another collection of like state quarters.
It was about time we had a Grandma Vengeance song. It was the right time, right place.
Grandma needs an intervention, yeah.
My favorite Yule Blob song is, I don't think you guys have it. I think you are unaware of this. Slade, I Wish It Could Be Christmas Every Day. Yeah, I don't know. It's great. They're like some kind of 70s rock band. And like most British 70s rock bands, they were either alcoholics or child molesters. I think these guys were just alcoholics. And they've got this it's a really kind of leery, it sounds like it's being sung by your drunk uncle after dinner. And it's just, it's a bit of a party banger. It's just,
when my wife got home downstairs, I could hear her from like down here. She's singing the Mariah Carey song because it's been stuck in her head for like All I Want for Christmas Is You via like the Mariah Carey version for like the last 3 days. So
actually, I got it wrong. It's Wizard with 2 Zs who do I Wish It Could Be Christmas Every Day, which is good. They were the child molester ones, I think, allegedly, legally. Slade, the drunk ones. What's it called? He just shouts, "It's Christmas." That's the key lyric in it. He just goes, "It's Christmas." And when you hear that in England, you know it's Christmas and not some other lesser holiday. Slade, I'm going to get the actual title for this because I've never had to look up. Merry Christmas, Everybody.
Hey.
By Slade. Yeah, it's got a bit of a guitar. It's got some weirdos in long wigs.
Yeah, I pulled the video up. I'm looking at it right now. Like it looks like knockoffs from like Parliament Funkadelic, like the white version. Like he's like Bob Ross is playing drums. And there's like looks like a guy in a bear costume with a saxophone. Yeah,
probably. There's a lot going on. It was the 70s.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good time Christmas song. It's one of those ones you can actually kind of drink and stumble around to. Maybe accidentally step on one of the kids. It's fun. Okay. Now that we've got the good news out of the way, worst Yule Blob songs. Bevan, go.
Oh, I don't know. There's probably some by boy bands I've never heard. So that, or I'll pick if I have to choose one I know. I'm gonna go with Wham's Last Christmas, just because it was like so overplayed while I was in Korea, like all throughout the year.
Well,
I don't know. They just love that song.
Every country, mate. I don't think you could escape from it in Korea. You're not escaping from it anywhere. That song was overplayed,
all year round,
all over the world, all year round. No, I don't think we had it that bad.
Yeah,
it felt like that in the
80s.
Oh my god!
Well, I was there in the early 2000s.
God, he still hadn't got over it. That's some dedication.
No. Yeah,
well done, Korea.
In July.
In July, nice. Oh, that's great. I can see
walking through a parking garage. I got fucking Wham in my ear.
Wham. That is unusual. I can see why that would have twisted. Because I don't mind that song. It is overplayed, but it reminds me of school discos, a simpler time. So I guess it's got a nostalgic element for me. But I concede that your overexposure to it is a reasonable reaction to hating that song.
I don't even hate it. I mean, you made me pick a worst.
Okay.
Well, that's
You sure you don't want to hate it? Hatred feels good. 'Tis the season.
well, that's true. It is that time of season for the hatred, just airing your grievances, Festivus. No, I think
hatred.
again, all I want for Christmas is you over and over and over and over and over and over and over, and it's to the point where it's like it might have been cute. I first heard that, I think, honestly, like in Love Actually in 2002. So 21 years later, of like a constant deluge of that song, like I don't care anymore. I'm sure there are worse songs. I think New Kids on the Block did one. I think Justin Bieber probably did one. And I just, yeah.
That's the thing. There are definitely worse songs, but they're not being shoved down your throat. Or, like a tinsel enema. Well, that's not your throat, but you know what
I don't think that's how enemas work. Down your throat. It's like,
well, if you're dedicated enough, you can get an enema in.
now, if you swallow the tinsel, it goes down through and comes out the other end. Then we can create a tinsel.
You could, like floss yourself.
Yes, exactly. A rectal
Deep
floss.
clean.
Deep cleanse. So
A festive deep cleanse. I'm going to write that.
But again, when some Christmas songs, when they get very, even like I said, even though I love that Rudolph song, but a lot of those old timey ones that come back around and around, like Little Drummer Boy, I don't care. And, it's just a lot. When a lot of them get real religious, that's when I'm like, I'm done.
I always really like the one where David Bowie comes and sings a duet with Bing Crosby for the Little Drummer Boy. But I always really liked it because
oh yeah, that's a good one. God damn
they
it,
did
right.
they did a music video where David Bowie just turns up to Bing Crosby's house, like they hang out together. And David Bowie is clearly on so much fucking gear when he does it. He just walks in, he's like, hello, Bing Crosby. I've come to sing a duet with you. Bing Crosby's just like this nice old man. He goes, oh, hello, David. Do come in. Let's put a blanket around you and call an ambulance before you go into fucking shop. You degenerate.
Put that dick away, Mr. Sir. it's also, that's how we got Under Pressure by Queen. He just showed up to the studio and they recorded his song.
So, it's the same situation. Just showed up to Freddie Mercury's house at Christmas.
How awesome!
Doped off his tits.
Show up somewhere. You just show up somewhere and make a legend. Like I come to your house and boom, legend. Good.
Yeah, he probably doesn't even remember doing that, or he does now because he's dead. Oh, it's a shame. But he probably didn't remember doing that. Let's not talk about dead heroes. It's the season to not talk about dead people. Actually, that's wrong as well. Do talk a lot, they've got that whole Scrooge thing, isn't it? Lots of dead people in it. Christmas is weird when you think about it.
Back in the day, I think it was The Night Santa Went Crazy by Weird Al. That's a fantastic one that I hold dear to my heart.
Well, you can always rely on Weird Al to cheer things up a bit. I was going to say my least favourite one. Bevan, you mentioned there's probably some song by a boy band. And I was talking about the importance of the Christmas number one. And that got cynically hijacked in England by people who thought, if we get the Christmas number one slot, we make fucking bank. But it doesn't necessarily have to be a Christmas song. And they started doing all these little things like the music video for this. I think it was E17 or fucking Take That or some piece of shit boy band. And it was Stay Now. And it was a fine song, but it was just a normal song. So what they did is they put some bells in it, and the music video, it had them standing in the snow. I'm like, you pieces of shit, that does not make it a Yule Blob song. It's like, the idea that we would have any contest about whether Die Hard is a Christmas movie, while that abomination is still fucking out there on Christmas compilation CDs, is deeply annoying to me.
Cartman making Christian-based faith music by just taking love songs and adding Jesus on top of baby or whatever or girl.
It's not even that creative, Gibby. It's worse than that. It's just basically it's like, well, we wrote a song. It's nearly Christmas. Let's put everyone in white puffer jackets. Those motherfuckers. Yeah, it was a toss-up between that and a song called I Believe in Father Christmas by Greg Lake, which is the most depressing fucking Christmas song I've ever heard. Not even in a kind of it'll be lonely this Christmas way, where it's kind of that kind of song. It's just a cynical, boring piece of shit. But listen to the last line of this song. I'll give you the opening lines and the closing lines. They said there'll be snow at Christmas. They said there'll be peace on earth. But instead it just kept on raining. A veil of tears for the virgin birth. It's like, you fucking morose prick.
Could you do me a favor and flip your hair to one side as you read that so I can see the shaved part right here?
Yeah, I mean, this was before emo. He had no fucking excuse for this.
And your Hot Topic, silver chain. So.
Yeah. They said there'll be snow at Christmas. They said there'll be peace on earth. Hallelujah, Noel, be it heaven or hell. The Christmas we get, we deserve. That's such a miserable fucking song.
It is, but it's like what it reminds me of one of my favorite poems, Richard Cory. I don't know if you're familiar with it or not.
I am not.
It's
a poem distressing as this.
Yes, it's a poem. It's the short version is it's a poem about a guy who lives in this town and everybody loves him. He contributes and like that. He goes up to his house one night and just shoots himself. That's it. That's the poem because even though he's beloved by everybody, he just didn't share what was going on and he just took his own life. And it's one of those it's depressing as shit. And it's like so this thing is like
poem?
I get Christmas depression. You know, I do when you said Korea, I was stationed in Korea over Christmas. I've been stationed in a lot of places overseas during Christmas. And if you're at work, at least you're around people, but trying to create a found family over that time of year, it's hard, so, I mean, I've been there. It sucks,
especially if you've been suffering Whamageddon since July.
I enjoyed my Korean Christmases.
Well, I mean, but you had to make friends really fast. So you all could hang out together and at least. Now I was lucky enough. I did have a group to be with on Christmas Day, and we actually had a good day. We all brought some food and had a little potluck, and we turned it into something. But it's but I've had Christmas. I've been up in Alaska working nowhere to go. It's freezing cold. There's 9 feet of snow outside. It's dark, and I've had some bad Christmases too. You just can't get home that year for whatever reason. So I get the depression.
I understand that, but this song isn't even about Christmas depression. This is a grown man make an entire song about how
let the person interpret the art. Yeah. Art's playing this guy. Tell me his feelings there.
No, there's nothing to interpret. This is what he wrote about. This is about a grown man singing about the time he realized fucking Santa Claus wasn't real. They sold me a dream of Christmas. They sold me a silent night. And they told me a fairy story till I believed in the Israelites. And I believed in Father Christmas. I looked at the sky with excited eyes. Then I woke with a yawn in the first light of dawn, and I saw him through his disguise. I'm like, dude, you're 36-year-old. Get fucking over it. And bring everyone else down because your dad had a shit Santa Claus costume.
Is he a new 36-year-old? He's 36 now because I could believe some of those people.
No, Greg, this song is an old song.
Okay, well, I saw Mama kissing Santa Claus. I mean, at least that's sweet.
Yeah, but at least they had fun with it. This guy apparently carried this trauma to his fucking grave.
There's one more. I think I might have talked about this recently, but I'll Be Home for Christmas, I think, is another big offender. Because he says, I'll be home for Christmas. You can plan on me. Please have snow and mistletoe and presents by the tree. Please, you make preparations for my return here. Christmas Eve will find me where the love light gleams. I'll be home for Christmas. After all this, he says, if only in my dreams. Guess what? I'm not coming home for Christmas. Fuck you.
Yeah, you should have led with that. I've spent a lot of money on this. Unbelievable.
Oh my God! I could just imagine this as a phone call, and the kids are counting on you to come home. Oh, they'll be so happy. If only in my dream. You son of a bitch!
You got me in the end there, you son of a bitch.
I'm getting nothing for Christmas.
Oh my God! We don't have to delve into deeply depressing Christmas. 1974, I believe in Father Christmas came
because Mommy and Daddy were mad. Come on.
1974. There were better things to be doing with your time, Greg Lake.
Cocaine. Lots of cocaine.
Absolutely. Look at Slade. You're sitting there fucking depressed because your dad's Santa Claus costume wasn't up to snuff. Slater out there getting hammered, shouting, "It's Christmas," and making a legendary #1 out of it. So, yeah, as much as the E17 cynical attempt at disguising a mediocre song as a Christmas classic irks me, I think my worst has to go to Greg Lake.
Don't get on your shit list. All right, fantastic. All right.
This is entirely why I started being on this podcast, Gibby. I just wanted someplace to dump
I needed
all
a platform
my
to
bitterness.
seek.
Be it at Greg Lake, be it at the Jews.
Oh my god.
I told you we'd get back to it later on.
There we go.
There
Well, I thought
we
you
go.
did when you specifically called out the Israelites like line in your song there. So I thought you were
There
like
we go. Rooting
you're like that one
Christmas
drunk
again.
uncle that has like too many drinks and starts saying things he probably shouldn't have.
Yeah, maybe keep him away from the children. I'm
Uncle
joking, of course.
Fingers.
I'm
Yeah.
totally up. If Emily was here, we could have had some Hanukkah insight into this, but she's not, sadly. I apologize, listeners. She couldn't make it. Okay, so we've done movies, we've done music, foodstuffs. I always enjoy talking to Americans about Christmas food stuff because obviously you get all the turkey shit out of the way on Thanksgiving, so you go a little bit of a
Says you,
different route.
sir. Christmas
More
is
turkey.
Thanksgiving part 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all the
This is more
same
turkey.
stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice! It's
It's
just
my
again,
Boxing Day.
like,
You don't
Another
understand.
turkey,
Like
another ham.
yeah, it's no wonder you
turkey-
don't have Boxing Day.
turkey, gravy, mashed potatoes.
You've
like,
already been eating turkey for 30 days.
I could eat that easily like once a week. It is
Oh,
like my
yeah.
favorite comfort food. Like just a
Mm.
savory
Yeah, mine
brown
too.
gravy, turkey, mashed potatoes, some garlic and butter on that on those taters. You know, aside some corn or something like that. I don't care for the green shit. Keep that away from it.
Oh, no.
What's the green shit?
Just any conventional
Green bean
vegetable.
kind of casserole, some kind of like
I like the
yeah.
casseroles.
Casseroles
Mac
are
and
right.
cheese.
People normally level up their
Artichoke
vegetable
casseroles,
game
green
when it
bean
comes to that.
casseroles.
Yeah,
those
yeah,
are
yeah.
fantastic.
Nope. That's
I don't
that's two
mind it when
strikes,
people
buddy.
do that, when they suddenly get creative and start pouring a load of double cream and bacon into their vegetable mishmash. That's good.
I like bacon in my vegetables. Yeah.
Well, that
Yeah.
is a southern type thing, especially in the Appalachia region. It's like you have so much bacon and fat back in the vegetables that it's basically a pork product by the time it's slow cooked. So
Nice, yeah.
it's
again-
actually kind of good. That's the vegetables I can get behind, where it just tastes like bacon.
Mm.
But yeah, I love that time of year when it's just like I get more of Thanksgiving. I get more holiday food. You know,
Exactly,
I want
yeah.
the can. I repeat, people, the can of cranberry sauce. I don't want your grandmama's. I want your homemade recipe. I want the jiggly can with the ridges in it that's just sliced. It's so much better.
Do you take that and just put it on a plate and put it in the center of the table so everyone can just peel themselves off a strip from the can?
I have a friend
blob
named
of
Rick. He
Jell-O.
makes a cranberry man every year. He puts a can there, makes a little snowman out of the cranberry thing. He's like, he
Oh,
puts a little
lovely.
head and faint arms and everything like that. Cranberry man adorns their Thanksgiving plate every year, and damn it, it's amazing. So
That is amazing. I like that.
like I'm Mr. Potato Head of cranberry sauce.
Ah, brilliant. Okay, we're all on the
Yeah.
same page with just big old turkey dinner then. I would say that our Christmas to Boxing Day, that's when we move on to ham. Leftover turkey, slices of, supplemental ham.
And we have
They're
ham
basically the
and
same
turkey
deal.
for Thanksgiving, and then again
Oh,
for
wow.
Christmas.
Excellent. Great.
I will admit, I don't care for ham, Christmas ham. I know I said it.
Hmm.
I saw Bob's face like you. Yeah, it's fine. It's just not, I want more turkey. You can have all the ham. I'm not going to say no to it, but you don't need to push it towards my plate. I might take a little thin slice, like, yeah. But I just want more turkey, mashed potatoes and stuffing and gravy and
Okay.
cornbread.
But I think in terms of leftovers as well. You know, I like the turkey sandwiches, turkey, other turkey dishes you can make, mostly turkey sandwiches. But the ham, I like the ham sandwiches too. But I also like chopping up the ham chunks and putting it in with the red beans and rice. Yum yum.
You're overcomplicating this. I just like to get myself a nice big fistful of ham. Just a fistful of ham. I try to scrunch it all up so it looks like an apple, but it's the opposite of an apple. Then I just like eat
just a greasy apple.
Yeah.
Just an oily apple.
Oh, yeah, I feel like a right fucking
What's your
caveman.
stance
It's
on
great.
eggnog?
Oh, you know what? I'm glad I got converted. I've been, for years, we don't really get it over here. You can't just go out and buy
Really?
a carton of eggnog. And I've been hearing you guys talk about it for so long in movies and stuff and in conversations. So a couple of years ago, I decided to make my own. And I put an entire bottle of crack and rum in it and some cinnamon and some little glittery stuff I bought. And
You don't
it's
put
fucking
glitter
great.
in your drinks. That's bad. It's bad for
No,
your
it was like edible pink glitter.
Okay,
just
that's
to make
fine.
it look nice, not just like ground up glass.
Sprinkles. Yeah, okay, that's fine.
It's like,
just stripper
just
glitter
got
in your
some
drink.
fucking floor dust and put it on there.
Shake your tits over my drink.
Nice. Oh, Christmas is a time of miracles. And yeah, it's great. It's like a nice big old vanilla milkshake custard concoction with a
Yeah,
bottle of
it's pretty
crack
good.
and rum in it. Yeah, it's gorgeous. So yeah, I'm a full eggnog convert, even though I still think it is the worst name for a drink.
That's pretty bad. I used to love
Would
it
you
as
like
a
a
kid.
glass of egg product? No, I don't want your egg anywhere near my glass.
Well, because like if you told me anything is nog, I'm like that just sounds gross.
Yeah.
Slob my nog. Would you like
Yeah.
want a taste of this nog? I'm like that just feels like I'm going to be molested. I don't want that. You know, it's why I didn't drink it for years. I think I was around 11 or 12. My dad says, "Just try this," and I'm like, ugh, and I'm like smelling it. And I'm like, ah. And I'm like, oh my god. And then I read the back. It's like 90% fat. I'm like, no wonder it's delicious.
It's just basically it tastes like a classic McDonald's vanilla milkshake, but I've put a bottle of rum in it.
Right.
It's
I
wonderful.
felt the same way as my youth about cheesecake because I did not know how good cheesecake was. Just the
Yeah.
name.
That's a bad combination of
Cheesecake.
words.
Yeah, because I know
Cake, those are
birthday. I'm a
different
child. I'm dumb. There's
Yeah.
cheese, which is Velveeta or mac and cheese or shell, like the block,
Yeah,
and then there's cake and like a birthday.
Those are different things.
You don't put those together. That's a no-no. That's like mayonnaise and peanut butter. You learn the hard way.
If only I'd known. If only I'd known. I think that was deliberately made up by adults to confuse children. If people said like, "Oh, you want some of this broccoli chocolate?" No, I don't. Of course I don't.
Well, then someone asks you like, "What's that sweet bread?" You're like, "Oh, yeah, sure, I'll try it." And then you find out what it actually is. You're like, "No, thank you."
Yeah, I think some food names are just made up by adults so the children
Like, isn't
won't
that like
have them.
the pancreas or something of animals? Like
Yeah,
sweet
it's
bread?
like, well, I think I only heard that in Hannibal Lecter, so I'm not sure how often that's been used to confuse children, or maybe just cover up a
you grow up
crime. I don't
when you grow
know.
up kind of country, you get all kinds of like. We basically had our own Appalachian version of haggis growing up,
Oh, nice.
like scrapple and pawn hoss and all these type of like weird leftover meats, kind of chopped up, spiced and rolled and cooked, and yeah. So
Ah, well, I'm glad we all seem to be on the same page with delicious Yule Blob foods. There, do we have a least favorite we want to talk about? We said vegetables. Like,
Yeah.
if there's a conventional vegetable on my plate, I'm like, you're just taking it. You're there for decoration, you prick. That's it.
least favorite Christmas food.
I guess I have to stretch as far as New Year's because there's like the tradition of black-eyed peas and cabbage and gross.
Hmm. Well, New Year's we get haggis and neeps, so that is deliberately gross. That is just formulated to soak up alcohol, so you can drink for 2 days straight. It's a Scottish tradition. But yeah, I wouldn't like sit down at lunch and go, I could really go for haggis and neeps right now because I want mashed up root vegetable and mashed up miscellaneous animal in a stomach lining.
I got so drunk in Scotland at a pub that I like, just bring me some haggis. They're like, are you sure? I'm like, just do it before I lose my nerve. Just bring it to me. And I ate it and it was delicious.
It's funny. It's one of those drunk foods that you're just like,
It was amazing when I was
exactly what
drunk.
I need. And it tastes enough. It tastes enough of something that it gets through the fug.
Yeah, I was in Edinburgh. I was on the one side of the river where all those rows of bars are. You guys see the castle up on the hill, and I was just in some bar somewhere, and they're giving you their own home lagers. Just these dark brown like home brewed lagers, and each one's like 35% alcohol per glass. And it's pretty good. So
it has its purpose, but I'll say that's my least favorite holiday food.
Let me ask you this: least favorite holiday cookie. Everybody like a lot of people around the holidays around here, they like to do let's do a Christmas holiday cookie swap, and people bring all their cookies.
Gibby,
I've never heard of this.
I have to interrupt you. Okay, why don't Germans have Christmas cookies? Because it's Stollen.
I said earlier you should go back to writing? Don't.
Man, I feel good about that.
I thought you were going to say something to do with ovens.
No, God, Jesus Christ. No, it was because Stollen is a German fucking Christmas cookie. Your one was much better, but I've already leaned a little bit too far in that direction this podcast, so let's not go there.
Also, I've never heard of a Stollen. That joke does not cross the pond.
No, it's not going to. There's about 12 English people listening to this going, Steve is really funny. Merry Christmas.
Both Brits listen to this are laughing their tits off.
Absolutely. I was fucking proud of that one. You know what? I think that's an original Steve joke as well, so don't let me catch any of you American comedians stealing my fucking joke.
Well... It'll be hard, but we'll find a way to sally forth.
You were saying about Christmas cookies. Sorry.
Favorite cookies and least favorite.
I don't know that. I know what a Christmas cookie. What is that?
It's stuff.
Like a gingerbread, a sugar cookie, because I don't care about those at all.
Let me just double check this. I think it's just kind of a fat gingerbread. Let me just Google. I'm a bit drunk. Stollen, fat gingerbread? ? Yeah, kind of. A little bit. Sure. Best authentic Stollen. German Christmas bread. There you go. It's a short crust cookie. Gingerbread short crust cookie. So yeah, fat gingerbread. I hope everybody now understands and appreciates the joke I just told. They probably don't.
We had a good roll going there for a while, and now it's just...
They've just fucking absolutely derailed it. It was worth it, and I'll do it again next year. So...
No, you guys don't do like cookie swaps over there?
Chewy Chips Ahoy.
That's not really a Christmas cookie, is it?
I don't know what Christmas
all right,
is. The
Christmas
cookies,
candy canes. Good or bad?
Christmas sweet treat.
Okay.
What's your stance on candy canes?
They're more for decoration, I think, to be honest.
Yeah.
They look good.
I don't need a stick of peppermint, I think there was a time when that was considered the treat that the kid who was very poor got at the end of the year because Odin brought him a peppermint stick or something. Yeah. And
I think on Christmas I might have one of those instead of brushing my teeth because it's a holiday. Why not?
You just put it in your coffee and stir with it.
Yeah.
It's nice to have just to keep you occupied and then in case you need to stab someone.
What made you
just keep you occupied between courses and or stabbings. It's versatile. It's a Christmas classic, but there's more to look at for me, to be honest. Candy canes.
Even they make the fruity ones, like Lifesavers, and make their fruity version of candy canes, and Starburst does as well. I think Skittles.
No, that's where I draw the line.
Okay.
Don't try to make them more appealing to me. That's not what tradition is about. Keep them shit, and I'll keep buying them, looking at them, and then throwing them in the trash later. It's fine.
That's like candy corn have to make sense. During Halloween.
Yeah. I think my mince pies are big over here. We always buy a Christmas pudding and then don't eat it again as a very candy cane thing. There's always a type of, I guess, brandy butter / custard combo that comes out over here that just tastes like boozy custard. And I've always wanted to just buy some and just drink it because I'm a grown man and I can do what I want. My children already know what to expect of me, and I can just drink boozy custard if I like. So I might do that
nog.
this
That's
year.
all nog is.
That's all nog is, yeah. They're supposed to be like, that was to pour on your pudding, Steve. And I'm like, I put it in this pint glass now. and this is me for the rest of the evening.
I'm drinking it from the gravy boat, just like Aladdin's lamp.
Yeah, I don't even have to put it in. Yeah, it's Christmas. I can put it in a shoe if I like. I might. That's why Christmas is the superior holiday.
It really is. It's one of our traditions. We go to a friend's house on Christmas Eve, and everybody shows up. You just come in your pajamas. You just wear what you're going to go to bed in that night. Just
good.
like whatever t-shirt and sweatpants or pajama pants you're going to wear, and you got to wear sneakers or you're going to someone's house. But then you just go home and crawl into bed, and
nice.
Boom, it's Christmas. Yeah.
If you combine the pajamas with a stadium bag, then you can just pass out. You can just drink until you fall over. And they just wake up under the Christmas tree, ready for action.
Yeah, but you're at someone else's house then, and then it's like, where's my gift?
You're under their Christmas tree,
exactly.
Ready for.
And I'm opening I get so drunk, I'm opening their presents. Like, I don't want this.
I've got your bike, a giant reservoir of piss between my legs.
They have a live tree and a little water at the bottom. Like, not anymore. Let's piss in that. Let's see how long it takes for this to kill that tree.
Kids just run into their parents' room. Mommy, Daddy, son is dead. And he's got a huge bag of piss.
I think he still got PlayStation games that he threw up on. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it sounds wonderful. What a magical time of year.
It really is.
I think we've gone around the classics now. I've had fun. I'm excited now. I'm excited for the festive season. Regardless of what you celebrate. There you go. I threw you a fucking bone. Other religions.
That's right. We're watching Hebrew Hammer at the movies.
Hebrew Hammer, a Yule Blob classic.
Or Gremlins. That takes place at Christmas, and Phoebe Cates' dad dies.
Yeah, Gremlins is a Christmas movie. They have a whole discussion about somebody dressing up as Santa Claus and breaking their neck. You can't get more Christmassy than that. I wonder if Phoebe Cates' dad had a full fucking piss bag on him as well. Maybe that's how that happens.
Did he break his neck? Was he vertical? Was he upside down? Where did the poop go when he died and voided himself?
There's a lot they didn't discuss in that, for which I am thankful. But Christmas isn't about being thankful. Cowards. Yeah. Or grateful. Leave that to New Year. Leave that to Thanksgiving. Christmas is just about a series of bizarre traditions and indulgences, which I like to think you can celebrate regardless of whatever serious holidays you have around this time. Welcome to the Yule Blob. I hope you have fun. Watch Die Hard. Piss yourself. Etc. So, ho, ho, ho. Happy whatever. Non-denominational being bless you. And we'll see you next time on Authors and Dragons.
Bye.
Bye.
Authors and Dragons is brought to you under a Creative Commons license, meaning you are free to share this material so long as credit is given to those who created it, which is us, the people you just heard play the game. Opening and closing themes performed by the Gore Core 4.
Authors and Dragons!